Whenever an incumbent president runs for re-election, there is always talk about shaking up the race by dropping the vice president from the ticket. A challenger gets two chances to define the race, their acceptance speech and the choice of a running mate, while the incumbent only gets one. This is one advantage a challenger holds. With polls showing Donald Trump trailing Joe Biden, there has been persistent talk around Washington of Donald Trump dropping Vice President Pence from the ticket and replacing him with former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. Israel's recently departed ambassador to the United Nations, Danny Danon, told the Knesset channel that he was aware that President Trump was considering replacing Pence on the ticket with Haley. There are rumors that former Ambassador Nikki Haley will run as vice president along Donald Trump. I know it's being considered, but I don't know if it will happen. Vice President Pence is also a good friend of Israel, and the president values his work, but I do know that this is being considered. It is impossible to say what will be, Danon claimed. This rumor of Trump dropping Pence will not end. Washington Examiner political reporter David Drucker immediately debunked Danon's suggestion. This is not being considered, Drucker tweeted in response to Danon's comments. For years, some Republican strategists and pundits bemoaned President Trump supposedly alienating suburban women. The answer to this political problem was always the president dropping Pence from the ticket and replacing him with Nikki Haley. This was always a far-fetched theory. President Trump selecting Pence as his running mate in 2016 sent a signal to evangelical Christians that as president, Trump would protect this liberty and fight for their values. Conservatives came home as Pence put it, and Trump defeated Hillary Clinton. While Haley worked for Trump, she is not a Trump supporter. In 2016, then South Carolina Governor Haley responded to President Obama's State of the Union speech by instead attacking Donald Trump over his calls to secure the border. Nikki Haley is the dream candidate of establishment Republicans because she supports a restoration of the John McCain-Mitt Romney version of the GOP that lost elections over their support for amnesty for illegal aliens, endless wars in the Middle East and globalist trade deals that ship jobs to China and hollowed out America's working class. Next week, Vice President Pence will deliver his speech at the Republican National Convention accepting the nomination to serve as vice president. There is no chance President Trump will betray his base by putting a secret never-Trumper and open rhino like Nikki Haley on the ticket.